adjust my mini tripod and see if it's going to work. Okay. Let me know if you guys can see it. And I'm hoping that my other chat is still working, but we're going to see if it's coming up on this thing. Okay, it looks like it's going to show it as a different live feed. Okay. Let me let the other chat know that we're restarting it. Okay, so picture and audio is doing well, so I guess we're just going to have to do this on the phone tonight, and hopefully my battery will hold up. Amber, can you do me a big favor? Can you go get my charger cable by my bed so I can plug my phone in and make sure it doesn't die on me? Whew! Technology is great until it doesn't work. So, okay, so what we're going to do, guys, I'm kind of refiguring, I'm having to reconfigure my desk even so I can get the phone set because we're doing it that way. So hopefully there's nobody left on the old chat. But, and it's no longer my weird face. Oh, okay. I was going to say, do I have another face that's not weird? Now, the chat is going to be harder for me to keep up on because I've got this on my phone, which is much smaller. So, sorry about that. I do have a Discord. It should be linked if it's not in this. Well, this is going to have a really weird chat dialogue, which I'll have to go back and fix later. But yes, I do have a Discord. It's on there. So those of you super late, don't worry about it, Speedy Wheels, because I've been having technical issues, and apparently XSplit, which I usually stream on, broke. So I'm on my phone now. Which I'm actually going to plug in, so you're going to get a little bit of a bump, because my battery is on the... It's okay, but... and I'm seeing some people ask questions that are in my FAQ. So if you're asking a question in my FAQ, I'm going to tell you, go to my Facebook page and read it. It will explain why I'm not at SDC, have not been at Silver Dollar City since 2014, so I don't have a job there now, and how I got my name, and when I worked where, and things like that. That's all in the FAQ. So, just as a heads up, if you ask a question that I've answered in my FAQ, or something like, what is my favorite anything, or something like that, I am going to basically ignore it. It's not because I'm being mean, but it's because the question's already been answered. Or in the case of favorites, I don't do favorites because it's terrible for me to try and narrow down anything to one. So that's kind of my rules for the chat. Also, please be aware, because I'm on my phone, the comments can stream by very, very quickly. So it can be extremely hard for me to be able to see them, especially when I see something like that. And that actually, there, Bubby, is a good way to get yourself... blocked off of my channel. Okay, so please keep it polite there. I'm actually going to see if I can get this to pull up on my web browser, so that way I can somehow manage to keep track of some of the chat that way too. Okay, so a couple of things here I want to do. One, I need to go through a whole lot of mail, so I will be basically going through that. That's kind of the main deal, because I've got lots of mail, including a couple other packages. I do have some things I want to talk about with the 100th episode of Confessions of a Theme Park Worker coming up, so I will be talking about those as well, and trying to see if I can get my silly thing to come up. Let's see, is it going to tell me that I'm live? And I'm trying to see if I can actually get onto the chat on my web browser, so that way if I need to, I can actually address a couple things. Oh, good, I can actually see my stream there.
Address a couple things.
There we go. It will also make it much easier for me to be able to keep track of all the chat, because there's no way I'm going to be able to read it on my phone. So, yay, I can actually do that. Which, if you're basically saying, please sub to my channel, guys, please be aware, I am going to remove those comments. If you want me to talk about your channel, then talk to me offline, and it would be a good way for me to advertise that way. If you really want me to advertise your channel, hey, become a patron of mine, and there's a good way I can do it that way. So, all of that out of the way, let me start digging into the mail. I hope everybody is doing well. We have been having an interesting time. My son came down with the flu that's going around, the influenza B that so many people are talking about. My son's got it. We've got a couple families in the church that have it, and so we're all kind of praying, please don't get it. So makes it real fun. But let me go ahead and start getting some of the mail, and then that way, excuse me. Yes, my son is okay. He's just lots of time in bed, not feeling real good. But as I get through the mail, then I'll be able to get through some of the chat as well and start talking about the 100th episode of Confessions of a Theme Park Worker. I posted a question on the community tab the other day, and actually started getting some ideas for it, and so I do want to talk about those. How old are my children? College. So anyways, there is this card from Barry. This is a nice postcard. It's a really neat postcard. You can't see it's got the 3D ripple effect on there. Yes, Eli, I love my son's review of The Last Jedi. So let's see here. This is from Barry. It says, SirWillow, hi. I woke up at 4 a.m. to drive 3.5 hours to meet you. Wow, no wonder you look tired. It was a great meet. We should do more meets soon. I love breakfast at Ohana's before the meet and didn't have much of an appetite that morning, but what I ate was delicious. Ohana's has an awesome breakfast buffet. It was great. For those of you who were able to make the meet and greet, it was so much fun to meet everybody. I had a blast meeting people on my recent trip. It really was. So that was a lot of fun. Yes, my son has a channel, Ashley Webb. There's actually, if you go to my community tab on there, there's a link to his channel on there. Just look for Mr. Roo Movies with 2 O's in Mr. Roo. So, hello to Australia. Now, Barry's actually sent me a couple different things here. Let's see, a bunch of different things. I've got, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 more from Barry, but I also have several things from other viewers. Barry is an awesome guy. Barry was one of our friends down at Florida Coaster Club, and got to know him a bunch. Oh, boy. This one I'll have to hand to my wife, because he sent a whole Spanish... I could actually read this. He actually asked, can you read this card? Un mensaje de amor para ti. A message of love for you. Nuestro amor es como un día de verano, porque eso brilla a toda hora. My wife's got to be over there cringing over my accent right now. Nuestro amor es como un concierto. Yeah. See, my problem is I don't switch back and forth. There is the card. It's all in Spanish. Pretty card. I am semi-fluent in Spanish, which basically means if I have an opportunity to think in Spanish, I can then speak it. But I don't go back and forth real good. So... You will meet me one day, you promise. I'll meet me one day, too. Oh, wait, I already met me one day. I looked in the mirror this morning. Other side of the country. Well, bananas, I'm right in the middle of the country, so just about everything for me is the other side of the country. Bahamas. Ooh, you got nice and warm. We were, like, freezing today. So here's one from Barry. My wife's looking at me now. Un momento. Okay. My wife has something she's going to do, but let me open this up real quick. Barry's got a nice little letter here. So, SirWillow, hi, how was your visit at Universal? I loved it. That vlog will be coming up in probably 2 weeks. I haven't visited Volcano Bay yet. I'm trying to strengthen up my legs for all the stairs. It was a little too cold to swim when I was in Orlando. It was cold most of my trip. And cold, not just because it was Florida, but it was cold. Goofy Hat's around here somewhere. Let's see here. And he sent me a brochure for Volcano Bay. And then a Universal Orlando Resort brochure. Very cool. Thank you, Barry. And my wife is just here and then disappeared. Oh, there she is. My wife does have something she wants to talk about. Back before Christmas, we were sent a box of essential oils, and my wife has been using those. And so we want to make sure that we give her just a minute, because it was one of my viewers that sent this in. It's just wonderful. So she's got all sorts of stuff here. It's kind of scary.
I'm going to read.
You gonna sit over there and I can just turn my phone, hon?
Yes, that would be amazing.
Okay. Let's see here. There she is.
Hi. So a lovely person by the name of Laura K. Casino sent me a package. And in this package, it had a whole bunch of essential oils. And they have been fantastic. One of the big things that happened after the New Year's is we plunged into sub-zero's temperatures.
Yeah, they got snowed in when I was in Florida.
We had temperatures of negative 10 or whatever, and I got sick. I got very sick. and I was willing to try just about anything. And I couldn't even get out to see the doctor because I was unable to get out of my house because it was so iced in, and I was afraid to drive the roads out here because we're in little country roads. Well, the thing that helped me the most in this kit was a few things that I could add to my drinks and juices that helped my body system kick the cold a bit. And I want to do a little promo for the Thieves. Thieves has some wonderful ingredients in it that help to soothe your cold as well as to knock it out. And it was really amazing. It is from the Young Living kit. So if you ever hear of the Young Living kit and it has the Thieves essential oil, that was so very, very, very helpful. I kept putting a little drop of it in coffee, anything like teas. I did a lot of teas, chamomile teas, lemon teas, whatever teas I could get myself to drink. Also lemon, some essential oils with lemon. I added this to like my regular water because I'm not really a big water person. That's sad but true. I just don't drink water enough. So adding a little bit of lemon in it, especially if it's a hot tea or a drink, and sometimes a little bit of peppermint also was soothing. I had a couple times when I really needed to breathe. My whole head was congested. It was quite miserable. Also, I have a lot of allergies. I'm just a disaster of allergies. I have many skin conditions, and I've had to adjust my eating habits so that my body would not reject, with autoimmune disorders. So therefore, some of these essential oils are really good additives when you mix it in with a base oil. And there's several base oils they recommend, like coconut oil and different things. I've added it even to some simple items I have in my house. And one of them is with a little bit of frankincense and lavender. Lavender is so amazing. Just a tiny bit with an oil base. It really soothes angry skin and makes you feel so much better. So I just want to say again to Laura K. Casino how very thankful I am, and it has been beneficial. And this was amazing. They sent me a diffuser. Diffusers are awesome. They make you feel amazing. So anyway, that is my little promo, and thank you so very much.
The brand is Young Living Oils.
Yeah, Young Living essential oils.
Okay.
And I don't know if you can see it, but there it is.
And so, I do have a link in the description now. I actually just updated the video description while she was talking. So if you are interested in that, there's a link there that'll take you to it. And actually, with all the stuff going around, that has been a lifesaver. So a couple people asked about opening the map. So here's the maps that Barry sent me. And you can kind of see it's a brochure there. And then the other one is the big brochure. It's not a map, but you can kind of see everything there. And let's see, focus. There it goes. Let's see here. So I've got like 3 from Barry here. And then it's the mail. Never makes me wag your tail. Okay, Mr. Red Eyes. That's cute. And then this one, note up there is Hollywood Studios brochures. And that was actually day 2 of my recent trip. So these are actually maps. So you can unfold it. And yep, there we go. And there's the park. By the way, it did take me a full day to get everything in Hollywood Studios, and there were still some things I missed. So just because they have stuff closed right now, don't think it's a half-day park. That's actually going to be the next vlog I'll be working on. The Animal Kingdom, the Pandora one, went today. And then, so hopefully you saw the Pandora one. And then the rest of Animal Kingdom will be tomorrow. Did I do Tower of Terror? Connor, of course I did. So, love Tower. Although it has been probably demoted to my second favorite ride in Disney now. Did I ever want to be an Imagineer? No, I actually never really did. I just enjoy writing everything here. Okay, Yandere, I'm going to give you a hint. Watch what you're doing in the chat, because if you're spamming it or doing the other stuff you were doing, I can always give you the boot again, and I'd really rather not do that, okay? So behave, and you'll be fine. Okay. Letter from Barry in this one. Hello, I'm at Universal today. I visited mainly to ride the Jimmy Fallon ride. I thought it was just okay. Nothing bad, but nothing spectacular either. Yeah, that about sums up my feelings of it, too. It didn't make me want to jump in line and ride again. I was grateful we had the express pass who zoomed on ahead. Mr. Red Eyes, no, it wasn't you. It was somebody else. Don't worry. I thought the waiting area was better. The waiting area was actually really cool, because you get to sit and you basically feel like you're watching highlights and stuff. It was really cool for the Jimmy Fallon ride. I also caught a few other shows and rides. So, after Hollywood Studios gets done, then it will probably... actually, it's going to be Epcot coming up next. Then I'll be doing the Universal Studios vlogs, and then Hollywood Studios, and then Magic Kingdom. So it's going to take a little while. What do I think of the closure of the Great Movie Ride? I'm not happy about it still. Let's see. So here is the Universal maps. This is the Portuguese one. So if you're from Brazil, that'll be yours. And then for the rest of us, there's Harry Potter. So Jimmy Fallon or Harry Potter. And a couple more here. Just finished dinner. Let's see. Yeah, you missed all the technical stuff, Austin. That was really fun. Wife is putting together a package for you. That would be cool. I am actually planning on being out Silver Dollar City early. I still have to find out how I'm doing my tickets this year. Because typically, since I preach at the Wilderness Church once a year at Silver Dollar City, I've gotten a free pass that way. But I don't know if that's happening yet this year or not, and I need to find out so I know whether I need to buy my passes or not. Golden Owl, next time I go stick you in your suitcase, well... The only problem is my kids and my wife have dibs on that. So, Yandere, I don't even know what it is. Shh. SirWillow, can you read this Disney brochure? Barry, it's in Portuguese. No, I can't read Portuguese, although it is very similar to Spanish. I could probably dig through and figure out most of it. I don't know if I will be there opening day. I did actually talk to Silver Dollar City's media department yesterday and confirmed that I am on their media list. So when they do their big media day for the opening of Time Traveler, I am hoping and optimistic I will be out there for that. But as far as actually being out there opening day, I probably won't have my regular tickets yet. We'll see. We'll find out how things work out. The other issue there is we've only got one car, and if my wife needs to get to work that day, and I believe their opening day is a Friday, then it doesn't work real good. So, did I play with the Wand of Universal a little bit and found out I am definitely not a wizard. I'm full muggle. Or a squib. So, am I excited about Time Traveler? Absolutely. Hello, Sandy, and my cat is attacking my foot. Let's see here. It's taken a long time to understand you and interpret your actions and comprehend your motivations. But I think I finally got you figured out. Okay, this is hilarious. I've been accused of this before. This is, you're nuts, but I like you that way. Yep. Definitely. Let's see. No words. It's okay, Connor. I have been called much worse than nuts. Can you see the cute kitty? Where'd you go, Sandy? Hey, crap. Come here. Okay. This is the cat that's attacking my feet. There you go. This is Sandy. Yeah, you want to look at him there, Sandy? She's a sweetheart sometimes, and then she's a real brat other times. She definitely keeps us around for her pleasure. Let's see. Oh, and you know what? I missed a note in there from Barry. Let's see. After the meet, I went to Disney's Hollywood Studios. I had the dog bark. Rode a few rides. Got my own personal new high score in Toy Story Mania. You know, I actually did not get to ride Toy Story Mania. The lines were incredibly long, and they didn't have any fast passes the day I was there, so I didn't get to do that one. New destinations and Star Tours were cool. I agree completely. That was awesome. Rock and Roller Coaster is surprisingly relatively smooth in row 12. I didn't get a chance to do that one either. Mostly because I've been on Rock and Roller Coaster a bunch and I have my big camera bag, which I didn't want to take on it. Tower of Terror still delivers? Absolutely. Keep the Guardians of the Galaxy away. I'm agreed with you on that. Indiana Jones shows is showing his gray hairs. Had lunch at the Sci-Fi Dining Restaurant. Food was good, but service was kind of slow. It's been a long time since I've been there. The 2 Chinese theater projection shows were cool. Yes, they were. Had a lot of fun with that. That'll all be coming up in my Hollywood Studios vlog. So, guess who's back? Yeah. Okay. Again, behave. Let's see. Do I think the Star Wars land fits with Hollywood Studios? I think that's the best park to put it in. Absolutely. Once everything is all in place and they have the Pixar place and the Star Wars, even the Star Wars stuff that they had right now was really awesome. So I really love that. Yes, I saw Fantasmic right before the Star Wars show. I'm very optimistic about what they're going to be doing with Star Wars Land. Just with what we saw with Pandora and the Flight of Passage and how it's going to get applied to Star Wars and the effects they're doing, it was just incredible. It really was. So we were very pleased with that. I'm excited about it. My one real big issue with Star Wars Land is I'm not going to be able to be there when it opens. Maybe late that year, but we'll see. It looks like it's going to be awesome. And I think Studios is the best park for that. I think Guardians of the Galaxy would have been better there too, instead of Epcot. But have I heard of Rock the World Concert Holiday World? Yes, I have, but for me to go to Holiday World, it is an 8-hour plus drive, so that's a long ways to get there. I'd love to go otherwise. Thank you very much, Alan. I am excited. I'm still waiting to kind of see what my next adventure is, but I very much appreciate the gift. That is awesome. So thank you for that. I'm blessed. Because I saw Fantasmic, did I have a good view for Star Wars fireworks? Actually, yes, I did. But that is because I was blessed and attended Fantasmic with a friend of mine who used to work at PhotoPass. She's actually still PhotoPass, but she's in the office now. And she's been there enough that she knew exactly where to go and how to cut through the crowd and where to drag me. And we ended up with a beautiful view of the Star Wars nighttime show. I do have it on video. I have not uploaded it yet, but it will be coming. And it was... I don't think I could have gotten a better place to watch it, even if I'd waited for an hour or two. So yes, that got to see. Very good. Let's see. Ooh, well, thank you, Captain Morgan. Couple hints for those that are wanting to do YouTube. One, make sure you're doing something that you love, whether you make money or not. Don't do YouTube because you want to make money. Wrong reasons, and you're going to fail miserably. Do it something that you enjoy. And second, do it consistently. That's probably your 2 biggest keys. The video and the sound and other stuff can all be improved as you go along and as you learn, but those are your 2 big things. So, and yeah, keep your picture sideways. Don't do vertical video. Let's see. Disney for 75th birthday. Any advice or possible video on how to do Disney with someone who needs a scooter to get around? Make sure she knows how to drive. Either that or have somebody go in front of her who's willing to get hit occasionally. Saw a bunch of seniors go to Disney, and they had a great time. Let's see. I highly doubt they would have canceled the new theater, Eric, but it's possible. I haven't checked out stuff like that. Next letter I've got is from John Prescott in Fort Meade, Florida. Let's see. No, I have never been that guy. Sorry, Natalie. I've had other people tell me I was that guy, but not on those. Let's see. Dear George, my name is John, and you probably don't remember me. My mother and I were the first fans who met you at the meet and greet at Disney Springs. My family doesn't tolerate being late. By the time you read this, you either just got back from your trip to Walt Disney World, or it might be a few days afterwards. The first of your videos that I watched was the one about the 5 most annoying theme park guests, and I was immediately hooked. By the way, Rhino Rally may be gone, but I always hold a special place in my heart. It will for me, too. I'm overdue for another Rhino Rally video. I'm 16, and I am considering becoming a college professor in algebra. I know it sounds boring, but I'm actually pretty good at math. I have to ask you this. Do you have any advice on educating large amounts of people from your experience as a youth pastor? Or on making sure people get what you're trying to say from your theme park experience? If so, I'd like to know. Keep a smile on your face. Find new ways to say things. The neat thing is if you ever go into teaching, they actually have classes that teach you how to teach. And so that helps. Let's see. I'm seeing some stuff on there. What on earth? Okay, Zoe, did somebody send you a message? Because I missed something there. If somebody's sending out messages with insults and stuff, please let me know, and I will take care of that. Oh, okay, you know what? I see somebody. And we will take care of that. Goodbye. All right. Sorry, guys. It's sad when I got to moderate that. Let's see. I'm sorry if this letter's getting lengthy, but I must ask something of you. All you have to do is keep reading this during the mail call, and trust me, it's nothing bad, I promise. Well, at the meet and greet, my mother started a conversation with the mother of one of the other kids. They wanted to go shopping, but they didn't want to leave us alone. I think my mother wanted to be Facebook friends with the other kid's mother, but she never got her name. They did talk a bit, and I learned her child's name started with the letter J. For those of you who are watching, if you were at the meet and greet with your mother at Disney Springs, and your name starts with the letter J, tell your mother to search on Facebook or Instagram. Let's see. Tell you what, John, I hesitate to give this out because I don't want to give out private information and have your mom get spammed with stuff. But, okay, if you were at the meet and greet, and I think most of you may be watching this, but if you're at the meet and greet and you watch this later, please send me a note if you have the name starts with the letter J and your mom was there, or if you are the mom and your child was there with the letter J. Send me a note and I can send the login name to John, and that way they can get in touch with you because he wants to be Facebook friends. Okay? So, I hope that works for you, John. What if Tinkerbell was in my house? I would grab a fly swatter. Okay. I'm sorry, I know, that's terrible. So, my 100th episode is coming up. And I've got a whole bunch of options. I posted a link and a quiz. Sorry, Zoe. And I posted a whole bunch of suggestions. I actually got a whole bunch of suggestions for the 100th episode. So I do want to ask your opinion on several different things. One of the suggestions was doing a big-time blooper reel. And I don't want to be the big kibosh on that. But the problem with doing a blooper reel, especially a big one, is I would have to go through all of my old videos and try to find the bloopers that are worth putting in that reel. Well, when I did my 2 early blooper reels, just those little ones that I did took hours and hours of watching. Well, I've got over 50 hours of raw footage, actually, that I would have to go through now. Think about that, sitting on your computer for 50 hours in a week just watching stuff you've already done to find bloopers. Lots of time to do that, and then having to pull all of those out and put them together. It would probably be anywhere from 75 to 100 hours worth of work for a blooper reel. Yeah, way too much time. So that's why I start putting the bloopers at the end, because it's easier for me. It's easier for me to be able to just stick them at the end as I'm doing the video. It makes it more fun, gives you something to look forward to at the end. So that's why no blooper reel. I do kind of like the idea of the drama history, and I'm going to, let's see here, of the Draw My Life, as I've been thinking about that. That's a possibility. And I'm thinking if I do that, I might actually ask people to draw the scenes for it and send in those clips and maybe put that together. And I could do that at any point. I'm also thinking it might be fun to get a... I'm thinking of getting a list of the best moments, but I would want you guys to pick the best moments, to give me the suggestions and then vote on them. Because if it's me picking out, again, I'm terrible about picking out favorites. So I would love to have maybe your ideas for a list of best moments, and I can grab those clips and put them together. So you'd have to tell me which moment on which video so I can find it easy. The other things that I'm thinking would be a lot of fun, and I'm kind of tossing around the idea on this, is we did something for my 1-year anniversary where we had a whole bunch of viewers send in their stories and their videos of their experiences, both as workers and as guests. And I'd like to do that again, but the one problem I had was it didn't get as many views as I would have liked. I felt bad that all these people spent time and then people didn't watch it. So I would love to do something like that again. But I'm thinking I might go with the top 20 moments for Confessions of a Theme Park Worker and have you guys pick them out. So if you've got ideas for it, send me a note on Facebook. Put it in the comments for this. Don't put it in the chat right now because it's going to get lost and we won't be able to get it. The Canada Figment pin's a good one. So send me some notes like that on Facebook. And what I can do is I can get a big survey put together. And then I can post that both on Facebook and on the YouTube comments. And that way we can get people to pick them out, vote, and go with some fun that way. So I think we may do that. And then I'll try and get a history of the channel and a Draw My Life coming up and some things like that. So thank you for everybody. It's been fun. We're not there yet. Don't worry, I'm not done yet. This next one is from Palmquist in Huron, South Dakota. And there's a little note here that says, "Enjoy, Drew Palmquist from the Days Inn." Wonder which Days Inn it was. Oh, this is cute. It's Donald. He can dance. He's gonna bow for you. You shouldn't give me things like this, Drew. I will just sit here and play forever. There we go. Cute stuff. Thank you, Drew. Yeah, I'm afraid some of the lag may be because it is a Friday night. I am thinking my next mail call I may do on a Saturday about noonish. And I dropped my other package. And that way, hopefully, I can get some better bandwidth. And so, have I ever had a stutter? No, I can't say I've had a stutter. But what I do is my brain works at a different speed than my mouth a lot of times. And so what I get is I end up with a blah, 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 a lot of times, which you see in some of my bloopers. So that's where that comes from. Would I enjoy an original Epcot Symbols pin collection? Absolutely. It's pins. I love pins. Speaking of pins, this is actually from Pinderella. Those of you who want to know about pins, you just saw my pin video. Well, this is actually a package from Pinderella, and I don't know what's in here because she sent me a surprise. Because so many of you have gone over to Pinderella shop on Facebook and signed up and said that you came from me, that she sent me some free pins. Is that cool or what? I love pins. Disneyland in Southern California. It's Walt's Park. There you go, Benjamin. I love Disneyland. And Connor, thank you. That would be cool. Let's see. Austin, March 14th through March 17th. I don't know what my March is going to be like yet. If I'm in the area, Austin, absolutely. Definitely. Let's see here. Okay. And I'm trying to... So this is from Emily. And I've got... Okay, this is kind of cool. It's a Star Wars something. And you can see that he's got a little lightsaber there. So this is supposed to be Luke, I guess. Very cool. So that's from Emily. And then I've also got a World of Evil collectible pin pack. Ooh, so let's see what's inside. Because, you know, pin packs are no fun if they're closed. I don't have my scissors here, so I'm going to have to rip it open. Anything I would like from the Bahamas. Captain Morgan, I'm not picky. I'm really not. I'm grateful for anything you want to send. It's cool. Excuse me while I bite it open. Well, do I have scissors? I don't have scissors. I got a letter opener. What am I doing? Actually, one of the other things I'm talking with Pinderella on is she has offered to sponsor a prize. So here's a surprise for you. I don't know the situation yet, but I'm also looking at that 100th episode of offering a prize to somebody who comments in it. And that would possibly be some pins from Pinderella. So I have not confirmed that yet, though, so that's a rumor at this point. So she doesn't really do YouTube videos. She just sells pins, so I wouldn't do a collaboration. But we are going to do some working together. Okay, so here are the pins from the pack. And there's 5 pins in here. And we've got Gaston. There you go. And I'm going to go blank on his name, even though I know it. And see if the phone can focus. He's having a hard time. Let's see. Queen of Hearts. There's a fun one for you. And one more. There you go. Cool pins. You've been watching since 2017? That's cool, Mega Mike. I've only been doing them just a little longer than that. Let's see. So, very cute. Which is more vain, Gaston or the Evil Queen? I would definitely say Gaston. So, Anakin. Yep, I guess that's who that would be. Oh, it's kind of weird because there's a weird little flappy thing here. I'm like, what is that? It's kind of strange. It's cool, though. You know what? Actually, I know what this will be. Let me throw it at my cat. No, I won't do that. Considering becoming a train robber at Tweetsie Railroad, since I was a train robber at Silver Dollar City, do you have any tips? I'm not as familiar with Tweetsie's train robbery, but from what I've heard, it's similar. And so a lot of it, I would say, have fun, follow your directions. There's a lot of safety stuff there. Oh, thank you. It's his braid. Thank you, Ashley. Duh. And Lola. But the biggest thing, have fun, follow directions. Enjoy performing in front of people and being silly. If you are very nervous in front of people and you can't relax, it's probably not going to work well. So we've had some people who came through Silver Dollar City that really wanted to be a train robber. And then as soon as you put them in front of people, they went, it's a stick. And it did not work well. So if you're not comfortable being in front of people, don't do that. I do have one more package here. And I almost forgot, too. I was actually, right when I got back, I was showing my haul of stuff that I have from Disney. And I forgot I got a new microphone from one of my viewers, and I didn't realize it was a mail call thing. So Ryan Fingerett sent me a great deal on a lapel microphone that actually plugs into my phone, which is really cool. Thought it might be helpful for either the backup or additional mic if I have a guest. So yes, I've actually got the microphone right there. Thank you so much for that, Ryan. I forgot to mention that again. I get all sorts of stuff. Have to go play Australian rules football. Awesome. So in other words, rugby is what we would call it here in the States. Okay, so last package coming from Barry. Barry sent me toys. Giant bubble wrap. Nobody's even looking at me. That's half the fun of it. Okay, let's see. We have a big bag. That's it. Let's see. SirWillow. Hi. I saw these shirts. Oh. Saw these shirts at Universal and they screamed you and your wife. I hope the shirts are not too big for you. Enjoy. Barry. Barry bought me shirts? Uh-oh. Got the shirts. And these are cool. All right, let me come back a little bit. Teacher of all things. Hey, Margaret, you got a shirt. Father of all things. Very cool. Yeah, more Cat in the Hat. Ha ha. Okay, so Aaron was at Universal with me on that day, and he and his girlfriend Laura are riding, and I made him go on Cat in the Hat with me. And they had never been on the ride, and Aaron didn't even know the story. I'm like, and they were just kind of like, what is this? I love the Cat in the Hat ride. It's awesome. So yes, Aaron, maybe I should wear that next time I'm with you. How would that work? And I'll just speak in like Susie's or something. Thank you so much for the shirts, Barry. Those are very cool. I haven't shown my wife's hiding in the back bedroom, so I will have to take her. Margaret! Your mom, I think she's ignoring me. Sandy, don't you dare knock over the phone. Yes, my cat is right there. Do I like to read John Grisham? I really haven't read very much John Grisham. So, I can't really say for sure. Don't you dare make a mess, cat. Don't know how all three of us fit in one row? Oh, I'm not that fat. And I am gradually losing weight. I have managed to lose about 3 pounds in the last 3 weeks. So I'm slowly getting back down there. So any case, 100th episode. Tell me what your favorite moments are in the videos. So I'm going to make y'all go back and watch a bunch of my older videos. Pick out your favorite moments. Send me a note telling me what your favorite moment was and which video it was in. And I will start to get a list compiled. Now, we're at episode 96, which means I've got 4 episodes to get this in. So we're looking, really, for me to get this put together right, it means we've got 2 weeks to be able to get this done. I feel like Richard Nixon. Okay, so please, as much as you can, if something comes to mind right off the bat, send me that. I'd love to get a good list put together. Christian authors I'd recommend. If you like suspense fiction, Ted Dekker is awesome. Frank Peretti is wonderful as well. Those are probably 2 of my favorites. And then, of course, J.R.R. Tolkien and C.S. Lewis. Fantastic.
What's the name of that one that I like to read? Something Black?
Oh, Terry Blackstone?
The one with the whole blackout electricity?
Yes, I think it's Blackstone.
Something Black.
Something Black. She's got a book called Last Light. That's really good. So, how much do I love Disney? A lot. What is my favorite pin that I have? I actually somebody asked me this the other day, and I would narrow it down to 2 things. One would be a series of 11 pins I've got that are a figment in all the different national costumes from around the World Showcase. Somebody actually sent me the last pin in that set right before I went on the trip, so that would be my favorite set of pins. And then my favorite individual one is also from one of my viewers, and it would be that one right there. So, yes, I love Figment. Which, okay, I guess if I had to pick a favorite Disney character, because I was thinking about this the other day, Figment would probably be it, because if I'm going to collect anything or whatever, Figment's usually the number 1 thing there, so. Okay, trying to get those shirts away from my cat. What is my favorite knick-knack, whichever one I'm looking at the moment. Oh, goodness. Any Simba head pins? I actually... Why, yes, there is a Simba head pin. Now, Simba actually has kind of a unique little fascination for me. Because when I went through traditions at Disney... Okay, come on, phone. There it goes. When I went through traditions at Disney, which is the orientation, introduction to Disney, here's the company and so forth, one of the things that they do is they actually do a question-answer thing. And if you answer a question right, then you got a little plastic figure. Well, I was one of the first ones, and the figure I got was Simba. And so Simba was actually the first lanyard that I had, and a couple of things like that, because it kind of represented my starting at Disney. So that's where Simba comes in for me. So there's my Simba story. Let's see. Yeah, Corey, my cats have done that too. So, do I believe in any of the Disney urban legends and myths? Generally, I stay away from those kinds of things. There are some really goofy stories out there. I might at some point do some videos on some of them, but honestly, because I focus more on working and visiting the parks, I don't do too much with those. So, let's see. Love Figment. I agree. I wish that they would do more. Figment used to come out for meet and greets, and he doesn't do that anymore. So, let's see. I had an awesome time on vacation, Jennifer. I really did. Tomorrow morning, like I said, the Animal Kingdom vlog will come out. I actually just got it uploaded shortly before this. I was working on it all day trying to get it finished. So, very excited about that. Do I miss Dreamfinder? I actually never met Dreamfinder, and I never saw that version of the ride. It was well before I got there, because I lived in California before that. My very first visit to Disney World was in 2006. So I never got to see Dreamfinder. I've only seen him online, so I can't really comment on whether I missed him or not. Captain Morgan, I thought I caught that already. If you want to send me something from the Bahamas, I would love it. It would be cool. It would be awesome. And this is true for anybody who wants to send me stuff. I love getting fan mail. I actually keep every single letter that is sent to me. I keep every single object that is sent to me. I'm having to go out and buy a new file cabinet because I'm getting so much that I have to add on to it. But that's cool to me. That blesses me. I never expected so many people to watch my videos or be so excited about them. And so when people love what I'm doing, it's really exciting to me. And so I'm happy to be a blessing. And getting all this stuff is just really cool. So thank you. Yeah, I love stuff like that. Favorite Disney thing you have is a 50th anniversary Snow White porcelain doll. Oh, that would be really cool. That would be neat, Ashley. Let's see. Who was the man I was with in the new Animal Kingdom video? I think I mentioned it in the video. That would be Larry. Larry Potter. I know, that's kind of hilarious, but it's an L, not an H at the beginning. He is actually the cast member who got me into Animal Kingdom as well as Epcot the next day. And so that's how I got in those days, and he's the one who hung around with me for quite a while, and we had a good time. Great guy. He does work at Disney. I don't know if he necessarily wants me to say where, so I don't want to say that for sure. But, yep, that's who he is, and you'll see him in the Animal Kingdom video as well. Pop up a few times, too. Time Nerd, I'm looking forward to that. Thank you. Thank you for everybody who sends me mail. Really, this is cool. I'm sitting here just looking at this stuff going, it's like Christmas all the time. I have not seen the Figment and Dreamfinder comics, Chad. That would be interesting. Send me some sunshine. I actually enjoy my seasons. When I was down in Florida, it was really with mixed feelings that I knew that it had snowed and snowed decently up at home. And so I was kind of like, oh, I'm warm. It's great, but I like snow. So, who do I want in the Super Bowl? The 49ers. And they're not in it this year, so... What time is it where I live? It is 8:23 right now. So, says something about his eye. Let's see, your eye is this thing right here, Eli. Or it could be that one. Let's see. Alabama sweet tea. Here's where I'm weird, Ashley. This is how you can tell I'm not Southern. Is if I do drink tea, I like straight Lipton. I'm not real big into sweet tea. And have just never developed a taste for it. It's just kind of like, makes me pucker. So, no, that's one area I'm not Southern. I'm sorry. I typically grab a Dr. Pepper or water. Any thoughts on Disneyland for 1 day or 2? Go 2 days. If you can afford 2 days at Disneyland, do 2 days. Because otherwise you're going to go insane trying to do everything in there. Especially in June when it is pretty busy. And this is true for Magic Kingdom as well. And many of the Disney parks. 2 days in the park is a good thing because there's so much to do. It's tough to get it all done. Recently applied to Six Flags, Graham. I was wondering if you could give me a few tips and tricks if you get an interview. Smile, be happy, safety comes first, and guest satisfaction number 2. So there you go. But smile. The biggest thing, have fun on your deals. Killer's flashing my name at me. Freezing here in Jonesboro, Arkansas. It's a little cool. It's about 32 degrees right here, or 0 degrees Celsius. What was my most favorite ride? If you watched the video this morning, Mark, then you know which one it was. Or this afternoon, rather. And that would be Flights of Passage to Pandora. It did actually knock Tower of Terror out of the #1 place. Just an incredible ride. Oh my goodness. I did actually mention somebody. I was going to talk about this a little bit. Because people wonder... If you have been on Soaring, you know that it's almost like this giant erector set where they put you in these seats and then they raise you up and you just kind of fly very gently. Well, Pandora, they've taken the same idea for Flight of Passage, except they put these different rows of rooms, and each room then has several rows, and the whole room actually moves with it. And it is incredible because the room doesn't just do this, it can do this, but it does it in such a way that it is so realistic. The way the bikes hold on to you, and they will actually the bikes will move additionally. There are times when you feel like you are going up and then making this straight dive, and you almost feel like you've got real air time, like you're floating. It was absolutely incredible. If you lean forward on the bike a little bit and look over to the side, you can actually see the rows of other seats and rooms that are there. So you can kind of get an idea of how they have everybody set up, and the screen is just humongous. You can't tell it's a screen. You can look almost straight down or straight up, and it just blends in perfectly. But just incredible. So it's take the Soaring ride system and put it on steroids, and it's a whole nother level. So very cool that way. Let's see. Always wanted to work at a theme park. It's fun. Theme park work, Graham, is not something that's something to do for a career unless you can get into management, because most of the jobs aren't high paying. But if you need a side job, or you're retired, or you're a student in college, they're great jobs that way. They can be a lot of fun, assuming you like working with people. If you don't like working with people and being out in the weather, don't get a job at a theme park. Let's see. Go to Kennywood. I would love to go to Kennywood sometime. There's 2 parks in Pennsylvania I have not been to that I really want to go to. Kennywood is one, and Hershey Park is the other. Someday. Someday. Move to tiers on Flight of Passage. I can believe it. Here's how good Flight of Passage is. My general rule is I don't wait over 30 minutes for anything. I just don't. The longest I ever waited in line for a ride was for Flight of Fear at Paramount's Kings Island. And that's because we thought the line was about 45 minutes, and then we got inside the building and went, oh my goodness. But we've already waited this, so we might as well finish the wait. Otherwise, I don't wait long for anything. If you watched the video today, you notice that I got back in line knowing that there was a 2 to 2.5 hour long wait because it's that good. The queue is absolutely gorgeous too, but I was willing to wait for that to go ride it again. And I don't do that for anything. So take that for what you will, but it is an absolutely incredible ride. Now, Navi River Journey, 45 minutes, no more. Probably, again, I waited 15. And it's a beautiful ride, but it is not worth a 2-hour wait. But Flight of Journey, yes. Definitely worth it. Thoughts on the Disney College Program? I was not in the college program. I just worked with them, so I really can't comment much on that, Brooke. There are a lot of college CPs who do YouTube videos, so check on some of those. I do actually have a couple of them listed on my channel. Kenzie, oh gosh, what's her last name? Kenzie does it. Princess Erin is another college CP who I did actually see there, and I couldn't get a decent picture of her. But good program, but I can't comment a whole lot there. Is there enough to do at Disneyland and spend a week? Yes. If you do 2 days at Disneyland, 2 days at California Adventure, and then a day at Downtown Disney, yep, absolutely. And then if you don't mind driving a little bit, Knott's Berry Farm is about 20 to 30 minutes down the road. Magic Mountain is about an hour and a half away or so. There's a ton of stuff to do in LA. You could spend 3 weeks in the LA area and not do everything. Let's see, Hershey Park. I'm trying to see, my phone's here, but I can't read the chat because it's small, so I'm actually looking at my computer screen up here. Let's see. And went to Hershey Park. Okay. Technically, it's the CEP now. Oh, okay. They always change names on things. I don't know why. But have I visited the Snowplex Park near Branson yet? No, not yet. Carolina Gamer just joined. What's going on? Well, actually, you're catching kind of the end of it there, Carolina Gamer. Knowing my love of trains, I get into model railroading. Actually, I didn't. Here's where it's kind of weird. The biggest thing that kind of contributed to my love of trains was actually working on the one at Silver Dollar City. I've always found them fun, enjoying, but I can't ever say I was ever fascinated or took them as a hobby. And wow, my computer just went kaboom. It's a really good thing I'm live streaming on my phone right now because my computer just gave me a blue screen of death. Wouch. That's not good. Yeah. Whoo. Okay, so we're saved by the phone. But in any case, I've never been... trains were not a hobby or a fascination, but when you work on something, it becomes more interesting. And so that's really kind of what happened with trains. If you look 6 years ago, I rarely had pictures of trains or video or anything at all like that because it just wasn't a thing. But once I worked on it, okay, now it was actually part of my life. And so trains became much more important that way. So, what's my thought on the new lands going to Hollywood Studios? Can't wait for Star Wars Land. So now what I got to do is I got to actually scroll on my phone. What water park would I suggest? Both of the Disney water parks are awesome. I don't know that I could pick between Typhoon Lagoon and Blizzard Beach. I haven't been to Volcano Bay, so I can't comment on that. But the Disney parks are great. What do I think about Disney changing a lot of their older rides into new movie types? I like the changes they made on Pirates to bring it into the movie kind of thing. I don't necessarily like the new change, but I thought bringing Captain Jack into the ride fit well. I'm not keen about the Guardians of the Galaxy makeovers they're doing. Not real good about that. So I like the original stuff that doesn't have to have a movie with it, and they seem to be going away from that. And excuse me a second here while I get my computer logged back in again. Have I been to the Okay. Flash Royal, have I been to anything last summer? In Florida? No, because this was the first time I've been in Florida in 7 years. I live in Missouri. So if it's any special stuff out in Florida, I can guarantee my answer is going to be, nope, haven't been there. Any advice on how to do Disney cheap? Watch my Countdown to Disney videos, and it talks about how I made this trip pretty cheap. Basically speaking, because I did a lot of things on the cheap, and I did my whole thing. I added on some extra spending, and I did the whole trip for $1,000 for me, including airfare, including rental car, including memory maker, and a bunch of things like that. But basically, Disney is not a cheap trip. It's just not. When I worked there, we were told that the average family saved 5 years to go on one trip to Disney World. So that's the best way to save money. Get a Disney Points credit card and use that and get your points up there and run them up. And I know a lot of people that will use the Disney credit cards and then use all those points to turn them into their vacation. And that's probably the one way to really do it cheap. So, Holiday World. Yeah, Splashing Safari has an awesome water park, Miranda. It's just been a long time since I've been to it. The last couple times I went to Holiday World, we didn't do the water park. So, but it's got an awesome water park. It's part of the main park too. I just haven't done it. I'd love to do it again. It's just time and money. What did I think of The Last Jedi? Clumsy Jedi. Have you seen my son's review of Last Jedi yet? It's a 17-second long thing. And I'll make sure it should be on my liked videos. If not, look for Mr. Roo Movies. Mysteroo Movies. And watch his review. I think it's hilarious. I actually really liked it. I know some people don't like what they did with Luke. I thought it was perfect. I thought it was wonderfully done. Don't worry, I'm not going to give any spoilers. I really, really enjoyed it. And I'm looking forward to it on video. Yeah, I had a great... I thought it was greatly done. I know some people don't like the direction. So... Eli, don't give away spoilers on my son's video there. Let's see. Any update on Shepherd of the Hills? As far as I know, they are open. Last year they were open on Thursday, Friday, Saturdays, at least, every week. And some weeks they were doing 5. And they were open at Christmas, so they should be open. As far as I know, things are going well there. Dogs want to go outside. Arf! 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 That's the Pomeranian. They're going outside. I might let you see when they come back in, Bananas. So, we'll see if I'm even still on, because we're right about to hit the 1 hour mark. So, I think I've covered most of the questions. I have not ever been to New York at all. So, no. If you want to know if I have been to a park, if you go to my FAQ on the Facebook page, in that FAQ, there is actually a link to a list of parks and roller coasters I've been on, and you can click on that, and that will actually tell you where I have been and what I've been on. That's the easiest way to do it. So, Captain Morgan, send me a link through Facebook or through an actual comment as opposed to onto the chat. I will forget, but send me a link. Basically, Facebook's the easiest way, and I'll take a look and let you know. Sounds like it'd be fun. I remember Matthew. Let's see. No, it's okay, Yandere. Don't worry. What about the tank of the redo of the Disney Speedway? Okay, Disney Speedway is actually one ride I wouldn't mind seeing disappear. It smells, it stinks. I don't care what they use for it. It takes up a lot of space. It's got a low throughput. I know little kids love it. I see more cast members get hit by cars and cars rear-ending and stuff. I think Disney could do so much more with that. So, let's see. And I think that's covering most of it. Okay, so we got 62 of you here. PBS Walt Disney documentary. No, I don't have it. I've probably seen it, but let's see. I'm trying to go back here a little bit and see if there's anything else that I have missed. I don't think so. Okay. Do I like Don Bluth films? For the most part, yes. I can't think of any of his I didn't really like. But I'm also, I'm easy to please a lot of times. On my latest trip to Disney World, have I been to Trails End? No, I have not. I did not go this last time because I was all in the parks. But I have eaten at Trails End before over at the campground. I actually really like the Trails End. It's about the most inexpensive sit-down Disney restaurant you're going to find. It's good food. I really enjoyed that. So, yeah, Blitz, that's the second person I've seen about the Magic Kingdom Theater canceled. I hope that's not true. I have not seen any news about that, but that doesn't mean anything. I'll have to do some digging on that. Right now, I would say that's just a rumor, but as much bragging as Disney did about that theater, I would really be surprised if they canceled it because they're going to look really stupid that way. Disney doesn't make a big announcement about something unless it's pretty much going to happen. So, favorite Disney resort? I really have not stayed at the resorts. I've visited several. I shop at them and I eat at them. But I haven't stayed at them because when I'd lived 15 minutes away from Disney, why would I pay hundreds of dollars to stay someplace instead of my own bed? I have heard that the Talking Mickey is probably going away. Again, I think that's kind of a dumb move. He had over an hour wait when I was there, so I did not get to see Talking Mickey on Main Street. Would have liked to have been to see him, but I think it's basically budgets, and they're trying to save some money. So, why did I leave Florida? Because I live in Missouri. Check out my FAQ, Audrey. It talks about it on there. So, and with that, guys, let's see. It is 8:40 here. My wife is actually in bed at the moment, and so she is not feeling real good. She was actually up for a little bit. But my daughter's up, been fighting stuff, and I've actually got some stuff too. So that's kind of why I'm petering out. My energy level's not where it usually is. So I am probably going to be signing out here unless anybody else has another big question or something. Because we're about an hour. That's a pretty long deal. And like I said, I can definitely tell you that my energy level isn't what it usually is. So anybody else have any last questions? Otherwise, please send me a note on Facebook or on YouTube, and I'll on the comments section, I will add a comment thing in the community tab asking for your favorite moments and have you respond that way. And then I'll try to compile it into a survey, and hopefully we can get it all put together that way. So I'm hoping I'm not getting the flu. Everybody else is getting it around me, and so far I have been blessed and not got it. Please, Lord, don't let me get it. I don't want it. So far, so good. Caballeros. Donald. Duh. When will I do another live chat? I honestly don't know. It depends upon when I have some mail stacked up. Figure probably 2 to 3 weeks, I would guess. But we will see what happens. Just basically once I gotta get the packages out of the way. So, but I will let you know that. Keep in mind, more than likely we will have a giveaway with that 100th episode of Confessions of a Theme Park Worker. I'd love to see your suggestions for it. I will try to get a script put together for the Draw My Life, and then ask people who want to draw a segment of it to do that. And all I'm going to do is I will tell them what to draw. I won't even tell them the story. Just draw a picture of this. So it should be kind of fun that way. Hi, John. Okay, so hope everybody has a wonderful night. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching. And it's been fun. I've enjoyed all the mail, so thank you to everybody who sent me mail. Thank you, Barry, for the t-shirts and other stuff. Thank you to Pinderella Shop for the pins. Thank you to Drew for the Donald. Have a wonderful night, everybody, and thank you so much.